Happy Tuesday, everybody. Good morning. Listening to some wisdom from Napoleon Hill as always. Good morning, welcome. No one here yet, but good morning and welcome to whoever is going to be here. Just busy at work today. Okay, so I need to go take a call. I will be right back. Muting. Thank you for calling Salt. Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Whoever is watching, wherever you are, I'm in Cape Town and it is raining. It's a rainy day and I'm currently at work, so I need to take this call and I have to mute, unfortunately. Sorry, just for a minute. Of course, definitely. We'll definitely let you know. Thank you so much for checking in, though. All right. Have a lovely day. All right. Bye. I thought it was going to be a quiet Tuesday, but it seems it's going to be quite busy. I started work at 7 a.m. and it's been call after call. I love listening to Napoleon Hill for his wisdom, but it seems it's going to be harder this morning because we're quite busy. I hope you can hear it. You have been wired to lose, not because of fate, not because of lack, but because of silent repetitions planted in your mind by weak men, fearful voices, and invisible enemies. And how are you guys doing? How is your morning? Nothing in your life will change. This speech is not entertainment. It is a blueprint. It is a weapon. It is a daily system to rewire your thinking so radically that even your fears will no longer recognize you. You have been programmed to doubt, to hesitate, to drift, to shrink. And unless you remove that wiring from the root, you will forever sabotage your own success. But today, I give you the tool the world never gave you, the daily rhythm of mental power. A voice that replaces your inner noise with steel. Repetition that destroys weakness. Command that installs greatness. Let this play in your background every day, and you will become new. Not by force, not by hope, but by spiritual law. Because your mind cannot resist what it hears daily, feels deeply, and obeys repeatedly. This is that don't pull it though, because I'm using it for this is your hour. So and Portia's. But Portia gave this for me for my birthday. Programmed either by his own definite purpose or by the idle winds of the world. His thoughts are not isolated actions. I think I'm gonna go to Showbroad or something. I don't know. Repeated. They are seeds. See you later. Empires or tombs. Sorry. If he does not select that was my colleague. I just had to entertain her. Hey, Gabby. Hi, how are you? Good morning. I can only say surname. I'm sorry, Marida. The heart feels often. The hands. I'm well. Thank you so much. How are you? It is not the loudest voice that governs a man. How are you? It is the most consistent. Thought is the seed. Habit is the cement. Action is the structure. I hope you guys are listening to the wisdom as well. Hey, it's beautiful. And it's so inspiring. I love this every morning. Binds whatever you repeat. If you repeat my manager's looking at me. What's happening? Sorry, guys. Hi. Hi, Powell. Good morning, guys. It does not judge the seed. It only obeys it. Most men never rewire themselves. They are not defeated by strength. They are conquered by subtlety. The whispers of news, gossip, ridicule, idle voices, work and casual conversations slowly lay bricks in the mind. They listen without guarding, and what is heard without resistance becomes installed. I'm busy with work, so I'm currently at work right now, Powell. Sorry, Marida. Uh, and I've decided instead of just, sitting and idling, I listen to Napoleon Hill. I love his wisdom. So if you can also hear, I'm always listening to it while I work, just to remind me to be productive. Because sometimes I lose focus. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just play it out there for all of us as well to gain some wisdom, you know.
By it, the mind can be rebuilt, rewired,
What are you
and
up to?
redirected. Every
What
time
are
you
you up to
repeat a
today?
thought with emotion, your subconscious accepts it as instruction, not as poetry, not as theory, as blueprint. The more you repeat it, the deeper the groove. The deeper the groove, the stronger the current. Soon it becomes instinct. Soon it becomes
Oh,
you.
thank you. Sometimes I
This
wonder
is
if
why the
I'm
background
like
noise of your life
mumbling and I'm
matters
saying
more
something that's
than
not
your peak
really,
decisions. Because what is repeated in the
helpful.
background
But
becomes
yeah,
law
I'm
in
happy
your
that you
being.
understand what I'm trying to
It
say.
becomes a permanent
But
filter
what are
of
you
your
up to
belief.
today?
Consider the life
Where
of
are
Thomas Edison.
you?
He was not a man of shallow thinking. He programmed his mind nightly with questions. He trained it to think while he slept. He expected answers not from hope, but from the infinite intelligence that obeys definiteness and repetition. When others said, "It cannot be done," Edison repeated a different phrase. "It will be done." And what he repeated, he created. He wired his mind not to fear failure, but to treat failure as information. And that mental blueprint
Currently, I'm at
built the
work.
modern world.
I
You must
work in
now
Cape
begin to
Town.
do what Edison did. Train your mind through daily ritual. Speak only what aligns with your definite chief aim. Write it. Say it. Let it live in your environment. Let it echo when your room is silent. Say with me now, "I now speak only what aligns with my definite chief aim.
I now speak
I
only.
permit no thought that weakens my resolve.
I permit no
My
thought
life is
that
shaped by what
weakens
I
my
repeat,
resolve.
not what I wish."
Say it again.
These are not quotes. They are weapons. They are laws. And when used daily, they are reprogramming commands for the subconscious mind. Every word you hear in the background is either programming you for strength or for stagnation.
Ooh,
Every voice
okay,
you
sir.
entertain, every doubt
That's
you allow,
wonderful.
every
We
lyric
work
you
and you
hum,
play.
it all enters
But
the
they
mind as
say work
suggestion.
hard, play
And the mind
harder.
obeys
So
all
that's
suggestion
good.
when
I don't
repeated
picture
with
myself
emotion.
waking up so early
So
in the morning
understand
for
this.
golf. But
Repetition
okay,
is not
it's,
neutral.
it's your thing. That's
Repetition is
amazing
power.
though.
It is
That's
installation.
beautiful.
It is spiritual
Are you
engraving.
enjoying it?
And if you do not control the input, you will never control the
Wow,
output.
golf in the morning.
Let me
I
say
can
this again.
imagine that.
Repetition in the background is not noise, it is nutrition. Just as a man becomes weak by eating poison, a mind becomes anxious by absorbing fear. Just as a man becomes strong by feeding his body, a mind becomes clear by feeding it command. And so I give you your daily work. First, write your definite aim. Second, speak it aloud in the morning. Third, let it play in the background while you
That's
work.
amazing.
Fourth,
That's
repeat it
wonderful.
silently when you walk. Fifth,
Apart from golf,
affirm it
what
before
else do you
sleep.
do? What else do you enjoy
Let no
doing?
idle thought go unchecked. Do this not once, not twice, but daily, until the repetition becomes identity. Until the man who once doubted becomes the man who now commands. Until the wiring of weakness is replaced by the current of power. You may wonder, will this really work? And I answer, it already is. Your current beliefs, habits, posture, and confidence are not accidents. They are the result of past repetition. You are already wired. Now you must rewire. And this message, if repeated daily, becomes the new rhythm of your transformation. You do not need new motivation. You need new momentum. And that begins with repetition. You are not required to change overnight, but you are required to repeat the change every day.
So what else do
Let
you
it
do
sink into
apart
the
from golf?
grooves. Let it
What else do you enjoy
override the old
doing?
scripts. Let it become so familiar that your fears no longer feel at home. And so I leave you with this. If you do not rewire yourself, the world will gladly wire you for weakness. But if you take command, if you install power, if you repeat the right thought with faith and definiteness, you shall become the man others
Good
cannot
morning.
ignore.
Happy Tuesday,
You shall become
everybody.
the architect of yourself, and nothing in your life shall remain the same. You are not your habits. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are the
You are not
repetition
your
of thoughts and
failures.
actions done often enough to be mistaken for identity. The man you believe
Let
yourself
me
to
Google
be
it.
is not permanent. He is merely practiced.
Golf.
And what is practiced can be replaced by new practice. Identity is not set in stone, it is formed in rhythm. A man becomes who he is through thought, emotion, and repetition. Every belief you carry was once an idea you entertained long enough to call your own, and the moment you stop repeating it, it begins to fade. The old self, the version
Okay,
of
so
you
I need
that
to listen to a
hesitates,
call.
doubts, breaks
I'm
under
just gonna
pressure,
pause you,
is
or rather
not a curse.
mute you just for a
He
second,
is a
okay?
rhythm.
Hi guys, welcome. It's a beautiful Tuesday, even though it's raining on our side. I'm in
He is
Cape
the
Town.
default voice that gained strength because no stronger voice ever took his place. You do not need to heal the old self. You do not need to understand him. You need to replace him.
I just have to cancel a booking now, and it
with a new
sucks.
line. You can overwrite identity with new commands, new rituals, new beliefs.
Oh, that's
Understand
beautiful.
this.
That's
Every
wonderful.
thought carries a command. And every time you think
Is it
like the
something that
man
you
you used to
love?
be, you reinforce him.
Golf.
You speak his language. You grant him
Hi,
breath.
Joy. If you're still
But if
here,
you
I'm so
replace
sorry. I couldn't
those
say hello
thoughts,
to
if you
you.
starve him of attention and feed only the new image, he dies. The old self is not a demon. He is not an enemy. He is a habit, and habits are killed by starvation and replaced by intention. This is not theory, it is history. Let us consider Andrew Carnegie. He was not born with the image of a tycoon in his heart. He was born poor, born among laborers, born into the language of wages and survival, but he refused to rehearse it. He imagined fortune, he imagined service, he imagined power with purpose, and he repeated that image daily. He walked with it, he talked to himself with it. He rewrote his thoughts and declared a new vision, and slowly the wage mentality died. The old man was buried, the new one took the throne. This law applies to you. You have carried the old self, not because he is strong, but because he is familiar. And what is familiar is not always wise. It is merely well fed. Now you must begin to disassemble him. You must cut the cords of repetition that tie you to doubt. You must interrupt the rhythm.
Good
You
morning,
must
good
stop playing
morning.
his tune. You disassemble a weak identity not with force, but by refusing to speak his phrases, by
I
refusing
hope
to
you're
sit
listening
with
to
his
some
posture, by
wisdom
refusing to
from
think his
Napoleon
thoughts,
Hill.
and by repeating daily the opposite. Begin now with this. I no longer borrow identity.
I no longer
I
borrow
construct it.
identity. I construct
Each
it.
repetition of strength replaces a former weakness.
Hope you said that as
These
well.
are not empty words. These are chisels. They are instruments of mental architecture. They are the hammers that strike against the shell of the old you and make way for the form of the new one. Understand that visualization is not dreaming. It is design. And what is designed repeatedly in the mind becomes law in the subconscious. If you see yourself clear enough, often enough, and back it with emotion and decision, your outer life will mirror it. Mental rehearsal is construction, and construction requires daily work. Not emotion, not motivation, but work. Speak it aloud. The old self is no longer invited to build. Only the man of faith, clarity, and command may now remain. Picture now the man you are becoming, not in fantasy, but in blueprint. What does he say when pressure hits? How does he stand in the face of resistance? What does he refuse to entertain in conversation? What does he affirm in private? Now let your repetition begin there. Let the background noise of your life whisper his name. Let the words you speak install his presence. Let the books you read reinforce his identity. Let the silence you enter be the cathedral in which you rehearse his language. The world will continue to offer you the old self, through memory, through habit, through other people's expectations. But you will now know he is not you. He is a mask worn too long. And now that you have chosen to take command, he will fall away. But not easily, not without resistance, and not all at once. He will beg for comfort. He will crave the old schedule. He will plead for the same conversations. Deny him. Say, I have a new master now, and that master is purpose.
Hello.
I do
Hi,
not
Lila.
serve
How are
comfort.
you?
I serve the man
Good
I have chosen to
morning.
become. Let every repetition be a
How are you
funeral for the
doing?
old self. Let every new command be a beam in the structure of the new identity.
I'm
Let your
listening to
walk,
Napoleon
your word,
Hill,
your will
some
speak
wisdom.
only of your future.
What are you up to this morning?
Tonight, when you lay your head down, let your final thoughts not be memories of who you were, but repetitions of
Also
who you are
busy at
becoming.
work, of course. We
Speak
need to make
affirmations.
money to
Listen
survive.
to messages of power. Let your subconscious rest not in confusion, but in construction. And remember, repetition is the instrument. Faith is the force. Vision is the form. What you repeat with certainty becomes your life. What you starve dies. What you feed lives. And what you declare daily shall become your permanent name. So I say now, with complete conviction, begin tonight. Replace the echo of weakness with the voice of power. Repeat the words of strength until they become your second nature. And when the old self tries to return, do not argue. Do not explain. Do not entertain.
Yes.
Simply repeat the new law. You are no longer building him. You are replacing him. You are no longer identifying with your history. You are constructing your destiny. And the world, though it may not notice yet, will soon have to adjust to the new name you carry. Let us now
Hi, good
cast
morning,
aside the
everybody.
final illusion. It is
How
not
are you
knowledge
this
that rewires a man.
Tuesday
It is
morning?
not talent. It is not
What are you guys
experience.
up
It is
to?
not chance.
I am
It is
currently at
belief.
work and listening
Applied
to
belief.
Napoleon Hill's
And belief
wisdom.
is not a whisper of hope.
Let me
It
just
is a
check here.
repeated command. Thought
Aw.
repeated with emotion becomes belief. And belief, when expressed in action, becomes fact.
Oh,
There is
thank
a
you.
formula
Hi,
I
I'm
must
Bile.
give you.
Thank you so
A
much.
law not invented
Thank you
by
for liking
man,
my
but
hair.
discovered through every successful life
You're so
I ever
kind.
studied.
How are
And
you?
that law
How are you
is
doing
this.
this morning?
Thought plus
Where are
repetition
you in
plus
South
faith
Africa though? I'm in
equals
Cape
reality.
Town. Where are you?
Understand it, remember it, apply it. For it is not mere philosophy. It is the mechanical key to personal transformation. Thought is the blueprint. It is the first
Tell me where you
vision, the
are
inner
as well,
picture.
and what are you up
But
to
a
this
blueprint
morning?
alone builds nothing.
So maybe
It
I
must
can
be
be
repeated,
jealous
and not casually.
if you are laying in
Repeated with
bed.
conviction.
I
Repeated
would
with
love that.
clarity. Repeated
So
with
good.
rhythm.
How is the
and
weather
repeat it
there?
with the
On
faith.
our side, it's
Faith being the
raining.
spiritual glue that holds the
It's
thought
a
in place when
gloomy
the world tries to
Tuesday,
shake it loose. I must
and I still
correct
have
the
to be at
error
work.
many have made.
Imagine that.
Faith is not blind belief. Faith is not the absence of evidence. Faith is belief repeated so consistently
Yeah.
that it becomes evidence. The world bends not to the man who wishes. It bends to the man who persists in his belief. Consider the man Henry Ford. He repeated one image in his mind over and over again. A motor vehicle that would move without horse, that
Just
the
busy
average
at
man could
work.
afford, that would reshape the economy and connect the country. When his own engineers told him it could not be done, he said, "Produce it anyway." When failure
Just
came,
do it
he said,
anyway.
"Repeat it again." He did not wait for proof.
Thank you. I
He
appreciate
provided
it.
through
I truly
repetition of thought
appreciate it
backed by
because
immovable faith.
imagine it's
And the
raining and
world,
you still
as
have to wake up
always,
so early in the
yielded to the
morning.
man who
I was
believed
here at
longest.
7 a.m.
Your
and
current
obviously I had
outer
to wake
life,
up
whether
way
strong or
earlier to
fractured,
get here.
is
So
not the result of
I
chance.
appreciate your
It
empathy.
is the result of your dominant inner repetitions. That which you
What are you
repeated
up
most
to?
consistently has shaped your habits, your
Are you
responses,
laying in
your
bed?
expectations, and
Hi,
ultimately your
King.
conditions.
Good
Do
morning.
not
How
look
are
at
you
your surroundings
guys?
as mystery. Look at them as reflection. You are standing in the harvest of your own thoughts. And if you do not like what you see, you must not complain. You must replant. You must rewire. Say this now, not casually, but with conviction. I think with faith.
I think with
repeat
faith.
purpose.
I repeat
I
with
act
purpose.
without delay.
I act without
My
delay.
faith is louder than their doubt.
My faith is
Do you
louder
feel
than
the
their
power in
doubt.
these lines?
Mm-hmm.
Do not say them once and expect a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
Say them daily, hourly, silently, and aloud. Let your
People wanna
subconscious
think I'm
hear them
crazy
more
though.
often than it hears fear.
Insane.
Let your body act them out until they become your new rhythm. Let me speak now of autosuggestion. It is the bridge between spirit and result, between thought and achievement,
Good
between desire and
morning.
destiny.
Hello,
It is not an
everybody.
invention of the mind. It is the mind's
Oh.
natural law, working
So
whether you
true.
direct it or not. Autosuggestion is how the subconscious mind is given its instructions, and the subconscious mind does not filter, question,
Yes,
or
King,
hesitate.
I am
It
in
accepts
Cape
what is
Town.
repeated with
How about
emotion.
you? Where are
It
you?
accepts sarcasm.
Are you in South
It
Africa
accepts
somewhere
fear. It
around
accepts
or
power.
somewhere
It
else?
accepts
Where are
whatever
you?
is repeated most. This is why the man who jokes about failure ends up walking in it. This is why the man who repeats, "I can't," soon proves it true. This is why the man who says, "I will," backed by desire and repetition, becomes a force that circumstances cannot deny. Now I must speak clearly. You must reprogram yourself through deliberate repetition. Let me give you what to say. I repeat purpose until it drowns all doubt.
I repeat
repeat
purpose
discipline until I forget
until drowns all
disobedience.
doubt.
I repeat strength until fear forgets my name.
I repeat.
Say these not as affirmations, but as law. Say them when you are tired. Say them when you are calm. Say them until they become the very echo of your breath. Let us again remember that thought repeated with
Okay.
conviction becomes reality.
Well, you know what to
Just as
do
water
for that
wears
to
away the
happen.
rock through steady dripping,
Sotange Malia
so does your
Malobola.
repetition shape the steel beams of your belief.
Danville.
The man who
Danville.
masters
Let me find out
repetition
where
masters
Danville is.
identity. I must now warn you, if you repeat fear, you will install it. If you repeat excuses,
South
you will obey
Africa.
them. If you repeat hesitation, you will live in delay. Repetition does not care what you say.
Pretoria. Pretoria
Is this said
West.
often enough?
Wow. I've never been to Pretoria before. I would love
You must
to
take full responsibility
visit
now for
one
what
day.
you allow to repeat in your mind. What you hear in the background,
That's
what you
amazing.
whisper in your frustration, what you
I
mutter
feel like I'm
when
so
you think
limited
no
when
one is
it comes
listening.
to places.
The
I've only been in
subconscious is
Cape
always
Town,
listening,
I've been
and
in
it builds
Eastern
with what it
Cape, but
hears.
I've
From
been in
this day
Joburg, but
forward,
that was like a
every
long time
phrase,
ago,
every
and just for a
word,
few days, so
every
it doesn't really
suggestion
count.
must
So I would
align
like to
with your
explore more of
definite
South
cheat sheet.
Africa. Like seriously, I need
Let
to be
nothing
serious
pass
about
through
it.
your lips or your thoughts that does not serve the man you are building. If you understand this, then you are no longer the victim of circumstance. You are no longer the servant of fear. You are the architect. You are now in control of the mental machine. So I challenge you, do not think casually. Think constructively. Do not speak randomly. Speak deliberately. Do not repeat what weakens. Repeat what commands. The man who reprograms himself becomes a new being. And no external shift is needed. No lottery, no opportunity, no sudden break. Only thought, repetition, and faith. These are the sacred tools. These are the weapons of mental mastery. And now you know the formula. Thought plus repetition plus faith equals reality.
Not right now.
Frame it in your mind. Etch it into your schedule. Build your habits upon
Sorry,
it.
I need to take a
Shape your
call.
entire
I need to
speech
just
around
put you
it.
on mute
For
for
the
a
world
second. Sorry
cannot
about
take
that.
from you what you have been.
I thought you were gonna say, I know.
That's Iana's thing.
Did she say that?
Oh, you look so cute.
I know.
know. I'm like,
It smells so, is it that vanilla perfume? Ooh, girl. I love it.
Hey, Joy.
Hi, thank you. Find me on the live. Yes, yes, I'm trying. Bye.
Bye. Maybe I'll join.
Yes, please. Hi, everybody. Yes, I was on a call. I'm so sorry. Hi, good morning, Ernest. Do you have any kids? I'm thinking of that TikTok thing now. No, not as yet. I'm waiting for a marriage. No kids. What about you? Do you have any kids? Do you have any kid? Have you adopted any kids? Anything at all about children? Good evening. Can you please have okay? So Let me call this lady. And this one wanted replacement. Here. Mm. You want to give me one baby? Okay. 11. What do you mean, King? So sorry, I don't understand. Um, the only way to give me one is for me to get married. And yes, I will have babies, God willing, of course. It's all about God. Sorry, guys, I need to make a call. I just got a request from the client, so I'll just make a call and I'll unmute you. I am 11 years. Oh, hello. I didn't know I have 11-year-olds in the live. That's precious. I wish I could go back. I wish I could go back to 11 years old. That's a wonderful age, hey? Wait, are you not supposed to be in school? What day is it? It's Tuesday. King, are you not supposed to be in school? Um, how come? Please tell me, how come you're not in school? Okay, so what is this one's name? What was the lady's name? Let's Nombete, sure. That's for Fridays. Fridays. Okay, so I'm going to have to mute you just for a second. It is closed. Oh, because of water. As long as there's water at home, that's great. You get it to have like a holiday. That's amazing. I'm gonna mute you just for a few minutes so I can make a call, okay? Thank you so much for staying with me. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I was silent for so long. King, are you still there? Are you still there, sir? Having a nice vacation for the day. Is it just going to be the day that you're not going to go to school, or is it going to be continuous? How long is it going to be? I would enjoy. I will make the best of it. Hi, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's a cold one this side. I'm in Cape Town and I've got a cold coming in, so I have to mute this live, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you for calling. You're speaking to Rose. How can I assist? Um, trying to find something. I'm trying to find.
Once more with fire. What I repeat, I become. What I believe, I build. What I command, I attract. Now move forward. Repeat with purpose. Act with faith. Think with fire. And the life that once seemed impossible will soon become your reality. If you do not instruct your mind, the world will, and the world will lie. It will plant fear in you. It will give you confusion instead of clarity, doubt instead of desire, delay instead of decision. And it will do this not with force, but with suggestion. The undisciplined mind obeys suggestion, even from the smallest, weakest source. Your mind was not given to you to wander. It was given to you to command. But command requires speech. You must speak to your mind like a master speaks to a loyal servant. You must become its general. You must declare orders, repeat commands, and reward obedience. Do not speak from impulse. Speak from instruction. Every idle word you say is a blueprint laid in the subconscious. Every repeated phrase becomes a prophecy. Every emotional complaint becomes a command received. And the subconscious will not debate it. It will not ask whether you mean it. It will only say, yes, sir, I will build it. This is the reason most men fail. They speak weakness as joke, and their subconscious accepts it as law. I tell you, speak only what builds. Think only what strengthens. Repeat only what aligns. This is not soft philosophy. It is spiritual law. No man can construct a palace while cursing his own foundation.
That's true.
Speak now these affirmations, not as poetry, but as command. I speak to my mind as a general to his army.
I speak to my
I am
mind
the
as a
voice that
general to
shapes
his
my
army.
destiny.
I am the voice
I
that
permit
shapes
no
my
phrase that
destiny.
contradicts my aim.
Didn't hear that.
Say these with the voice of command, not question. Say them in the morning. Say them before challenge. Say them when doubt whispers. Say them when alone.
No, sorry,
Say them
King.
until
I
the
didn't
tone
see you
becomes
there.
you.
No, I
Consider
don't
the
play any
example of
games.
Abraham Lincoln.
I don't
He
know
led
games
not
at
just a
all.
nation, but a fractured one. He did not wait.
Just gonna mute for a second. Thank you for calling, Sal. You're speaking to Rose. I can answer.
storm to pass. He stood in the storm and
I'm
declared the direction.
back.
He did not speak from emotion. He spoke from conviction.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, King. Thank you so much for sticking with me.
From vision,
You're so
not
awesome. I hope you
reaction.
have a
And
beautiful
his internal
day
speech held together what the
and
external
enjoy
world
this
tried
time.
to
Hey,
tear
you need to
apart.
go back to school very
That is the
soon.
power of a man whose voice aligns with principle.
Bye.
You must do the same. When the pressure rises, speak not what you feel, but what you have chosen to believe. Speak from structure. Speak from strength. Do not repeat your fears. Repeat your framework. Repeat this now. My speech obeys my purpose.
My speech obeys my
words
purpose.
build the man I have decided to be.
Mhm.
I say nothing I do not wish to build into my life.
Mhm.
This is not exaggeration. This is accurate thinking. The mind hears your words and believes them. Even whispered thoughts, even muttered phrases, they all enter the subconscious factory and begin construction. Do you see why you must discipline your language? Every word you speak to yourself becomes a nail, a beam, a brick in the construction of your mental house.
Angela, you do not
And what
ask
is
a
built
lady how
mentally
old they
will soon
are.
exist physically
Don't you
through
know
attitude,
this?
action, and result.
I am old enough.
When you whisper success into your thoughts
I
at
am
night,
over
you are not
21,
fantasizing.
so I am
You are
old
laying
enough. But
concrete.
you do
You
not
are
ask the
setting
person
walls.
that.
You are forming the chambers in which all future
In a
confidence
public
shall reside.
platform, everyone will
When
know
you
that I'm
speak
100
your
years
identity
old.
aloud, even in
No.
solitude, your subconscious
How old are you,
references.
Adile? Let's
It
ask
does
you.
not
How
sleep.
old are
It
you?
does not rest. It builds in silence as long as the commands are given. Say this again. No light rises higher than the tone of its internal speech. This is the truth I have found in every great man. Carnegie, Edison, Ford, Schwab. None of them spoke as cowards. None of them joked about failure. None of them allowed their minds to be polluted with lazy phrases or idle conversation. They trained their tongues like soldiers. They rehearsed faith in solitude. They spoke power when others were silent. And they lived lives that could not be shaken because their internal voice was already louder than the world's noise. This is your task now, to master your own tone, to elevate the vibration of your language until every sentence you speak is an instruction to succeed, until every whisper you release carries weight. Let me ask you, what would your life look like if every word you had ever spoken had become true? Would you be richer, stronger, more precise? Or would you be buried under the weight of your own careless phrases? It is not too late to correct the course, but the correction must begin now. From this moment forward, your mind is no longer a playground. It is a construction site. Every word a tool. Every sentence a structure.
Oh, okay.
Every repeated
Are you
phrase a
mature,
permanent
man?
installation.
No way.
Let your words reflect your desire, not
Okay,
your
that's
fear.
cool.
Let
That's
your
cool.
sentences
42 is
mirror your
cool.
decision, not your hesitation.
A
Let your
few
speech build what
years
you want,
younger, but I
not
can't say
describe
how
what you
young
hate.
or how old.
Say now with authority, I do not describe defeat,
I
I
do
declare
not
direction.
describe
I do
defeat.
not analyze failure, I install faith.
Oh, you
I do
fast.
not speak what I fear,
This man
I
is
speak
fast.
what
You
I
can't even
plan.
declare.
Do you understand? You must speak to your mind like a master, or your mind will be trained by your weakness.
That's
You
a
must
cool age,
choose your
anyway,
phrasing like a craftsman selects his materials.
especially for a
For the
man.
structure of your mind will be only as strong as the words it is built upon. This is the work of mental rewiring. This is the act of daily speech. You must remove the idol from your lips. You must silence the phrases of the old self. You must commit to this discipline not for one day, but for a lifetime. And if you master the words you speak to yourself, then the world will no longer matter. The news, the critics, the opinions, they will not shake a man whose own voice is louder than the noise around him. So now we continue, in silence, in strength, in repetition. For you are no longer allowed to speak weakness. You are no longer permitted to say what does not build you. You are now the voice of the man you are becoming. And your word shall shape the world you will not only enter, but command. Silence is not emptiness. Solitude is not absence. They are the workshops of the soul, the place where all great minds are forged, where a man sits alone and from the stillness constructs himself anew. Noise is the enemy of deep rewiring. And in this age, men flee from silence because they are terrified of meeting themselves without distraction. But the man who is willing to enter silence deliberately, daily, will find a
How did I
forge
get
hotter than
here?
any flame. A place where weakness cannot hide, and where every thought must either be discarded or reinforced. This is where identity is shaped, not in crowds, not in applause, but in sacred seclusion.
All right, I'm gonna mute you just for a second. I'll be right back. Hello, 32. Because I don't want to say how old I am, I'm gonna take it. I will take 32. I deal it. Because yeah, the things we have to do just to run away from these questions. But it's not a bad guess, hey? It's a very good guess. But I'm still sticking with my answer. You do not ask a lady how old they are. As long as they are over 21, they are old enough. Um, let's go back to listening to some wisdom from Napoleon Hill.
Rewiring begins not with a cheer, but with a whisper. Not in noise, but in stillness. You cannot program yourself if the world is shouting at you. You cannot become the man of decision if you are echoing the noise of 10,000 undisciplined. Stop taking meeting
Oh
notes and let
no.
Click AI Note Taker do it for you. It allows you to focus on your meeting. Disciplined voices. Charles M. Schwab, who commanded empires of steel, did not build his poise in boardrooms. He built it in thought. In the quiet morning hours when others were still asleep, he wrote his intentions, he rehearsed his manner, he practiced the tone of command. Then he brought it into the day. That is the way of the master. You must do the same. Each morning, withdraw, even for a few minutes. Enter silence with a purpose. Write your definite chief aim. Speak your affirmations. Visualize the day ahead as already obeying your commands. Let the silence surround you like walls of focus.
You know what you can
And in
do,
the evening,
Anile?
when the world is asleep
Add your
again,
number
return.
to
Speak to your
the
subconscious. Whisper
comments,
commands. Feed
and
it faith.
maybe
Let the mind drift, not in fear, but in instruction.
that's all I can
Let
say.
your
Just add your
final
number
thoughts
to the
be
comments,
blueprints,
but I will
not
not be
confusion.
giving away my
Repeat with
number.
me now. I walk with purpose in silence.
So you can give me the reasons you
My
want to marry
solitude
me.
multiplies my strength. I retreat to advance, I withdraw to conquer. These are not slogans, they are laws. They are the spiritual codes of every great builder of wealth and power. Men who cannot sit alone cannot lead. They cannot think. They cannot decide. They cannot command. They only echo. But you are not an echo. You are an origin, and you must treat yourself as such. Withdraw daily to the throne room of your mind. Let no one enter. Let no distraction leak through. And in that space, rehearse your new identity. Say, I am not here to remember. I am here to install.
I am not here to
I do not
remember, I am
replay the
here
past.
to
I build
restore.
the future. I speak only
So,
what belongs in my next level of life. Let this be clear. You cannot change in public what you have not first rewritten in private. You cannot speak with power in the crowd if you have not first spoken with fire in solitude. The public self is a reflection of the private voice. And solitude is not loneliness. It is not depression. It is not delay. It is the training ground of thought. It is where the weak man dies and the dominant self is constructed. It is where doubt is strangled, where complaints are buried, where destiny is drafted. Let your silence not be passive. Make it sacred. Make it ritual. Do not enter it casually. Enter it with purpose. Sit down with your vision. Speak your affirmations. Breathe into your next self. This is not meditation,
oh,
it
that
is
is so
construction.
cool.
And
Thank
if
you
the old
so
self
much.
arises in that silence, mocking, whispering,
Thank you
doubting,
so much,
do not
Andile.
fight
That
him.
that means a
Simply
lot
repeat over him.
actually. I
Starve him of
appreciate
your
that.
emotion. Overpower him with rhythm, and he will soon vanish. For the subconscious mind always obeys the most repeated thought. Affirm again. My silence is not escape. It is instruction. My solitude is not
Thank
absence.
you.
It is ascension.
Yes,
The man who cannot sit with himself will forever need the noise of others to feel alive. But that is not life. That is slavery.
mm,
And we have come now to kill the old master and install the new one.
yes.
This is the wisdom they never gave you. Not because it was hidden, but because it was too simple, too quiet, too internal. And most men are addicted to volume. But you now understand. The loudest change comes from the quietest command. Let
How
the
many
world
kids do you
rage.
have,
Let
Andile? Do
the
you have
market
kids at
shake.
all?
Let
Sorry, I need to
opinions
take this
fly.
call.
You, silent, still,
Andile, you're so nice. You're a very kind person. Thank you so much. I said, put your number on the comments. You don't know what might happen. I feel embarrassed. You don't understand. That's why I'm acting like this now because you are making me feel like I'm blushing, but because I'm a black girl, you can't really see it. Oh, goodness. Um, let's say, did I remove it? Okay, I'll find it. Not to worry, I'll find it and I'll save it. Where is blessing? Just saw this Pokemon. There you go. So that is the 19th.
Rehearsed shall not be moved, because your foundation was poured in the stillness of the inner chamber, and the world cannot shake what it did not build. So go now, withdraw, not to flee but to form, not to isolate but to install, not to delay but to design. Your solitude is the sanctuary of your subconscious. Your silence is the chamber where your new identity is forged. Enter it daily and never leave without direction. The moment you begin to rewire yourself, you will feel resistance. That resistance is not a warning. It is not a mistake. It is the signal that transformation has begun. The subconscious mind, long ruled by old commands, does not yield its throne easily, but it will yield to repetition, to decision, to will. Understand this now and forever. Resistance is proof of progress. It is the voice of the old self crying for survival.
I
It
hate
is not
resistance,
danger,
but
it is discomfort.
it is proof.
And you
That
must
is so
learn to
true.
sit with discomfort until it burns away the false and reveals the permanent. When a builder tears down an old structure to erect something greater, there is dust, there is noise, there is disruption. But it is not destruction, it is preparation. So it is with your mind. The tearing of old belief patterns will feel unsettling, but it is the necessary clearing for a higher structure. Say this aloud now. I do not seek ease, I seek alignment. Resistance means growth is underway. Repeat it until it becomes your answer to doubt, your sword against delay. For most men turn back at the first sign of friction. They misinterpret internal discomfort as failure, when it is in truth the labor pains of rebirth. The old self, long undisturbed, will attempt to return. He will speak softly. Why bother? He will whisper your past. He will mock your repetition. He will invite you back to comfort. But comfort is the grave of greatness. Hear me now. Ignore him, starve him, drown him in the new rhythm. Your repetition of strength must become so loud that the old self cannot be heard. Let us remember Thomas Edison. He was told thousands of times that his experiments were failures. He was told the results proved his vision false, but he understood resistance. He expected it. He welcomed it. And when it came, he did not stop. He repeated. He repeated his purpose. He repeated his effort. He repeated belief when evidence failed him. And the result? He rewired a world. You must do the same. The voice of resistance will come. So prepare your answer now. I am not returning. I am not negotiating with the old self. I'm not quitting while construction is in progress. This is your law now. If it feels unfamiliar, it is not wrong. It is new. And new must be rehearsed until it becomes natural. Every phrase you repeat is another stone in the new foundation. Do not stop. And if discomfort arises, smile. It is the sign you are no longer where you were. It is the crack in the former identity. It is the signal that your new self is taking shape. Affirm it again. I outlast doubt. I bury the old self with every command I speak. Let us be precise. Rewiring does not happen by motivation. happens by decision, and then it is sealed by persistence. Daily, hourly, silently. Even when you do not feel
I'm
it,
gonna put
you
it on
must
mute for a
continue.
second. Yeah.
Because that is when the final parts of the old identity crumble. Not in the beginning, but in the middle, when the repetition feels stale, when progress seems invisible, when the temptation to return is strongest. That is the battlefield, and you must win it. Say, I repeat because I have decided.
I repeat
I
because I have
continue because I
decided.
do not negotiate with old patterns. And let me give you this assurance, the resistance will fade, slowly at first, then suddenly. The old self, once dominant, will grow quiet, then weak, then absent. Because the mind obeys the most repeated voice, and you now are the new voice. Let others chase novelty. You chase mastery. Let others seek comfort. You seek transformation. Let others quit at resistance. You see resistance as proof that your old wiring is losing control. This is the work of mental dominance. Not dramatic, not loud, but daily, repetitive, consistent, powerful. And I promise you, if you continue, if you obey this law, you will emerge new, not improved, new. The man you are becoming is built in this fire, and this fire is not here to destroy you. It is here to burn away everything that no longer belongs. So when resistance comes, you no longer fear it. You speak to it. You thank it. You outlast it. And you say, as every builder must say, I am not leaving this site. I am here until the structure is finished. You may believe that what you listen to when you are not paying attention has no effect. But the truth is this. What you allow to echo behind your thoughts becomes the stone upon which your future is laid. The subconscious does not sleep. It does not judge. It accepts. And it accepts what is repeated, even when you do not consciously notice it. Most men destroy their minds not by their enemies, but by the background they tolerate. They fill their ears with complaint, mockery, foolish laughter, gossip, and idle noise. And then they wonder why their lives are confused, disordered, and aimless. The mind becomes what it hears repeatedly, even if those words enter like whispers. You must guard your ears as a soldier guards a wall. If one foolish thought enters unchecked and repeats itself, it will find roots. And if it finds roots, it will grow. And if it grows, it will shape you, quietly, slowly, completely. Let me speak clearly. This very speech, if played behind your tasks daily, will shape your future, not by magic, but by law. Just as the steady drip of water hollows out stone, so does the steady drip of thought, heard again and again, reshape the mind that allows it. John D. Rockefeller did not allow just anyone into his inner circle. He did not entertain empty words. He did not surround himself with gestures. He permitted only strong, purposeful conversation. He valued silence above foolishness and direction above distraction. You must do the same with what you hear. You must decide what plays around you.
Oh no.
Your environment must be your instrument, not your saboteur. Say this now with me. I allow only construction to echo in my mind. I feed my subconscious as I would feed a child, carefully,
Goodness, you're so
purposefully,
fast.
consistently. If you allow words of strength to fill the space around you, your subconscious will build with them. It cannot resist. It is not a judge. It is a
So
builder.
I need to
It does not
go.
question. It obeys.
Thank you so much
What
guys
is
for being
background
here
to the
with
conscious
me.
mind is foreground to the subconscious. That is the secret. What you
I
ignore,
have
it
to go,
installs.
and
What you
I'm sure
overlook,
I'll be back
it obeys.
maybe
What you
later
hear passively
today.
becomes what you live actively. Let me repeat.
Thank you so much
This
for staying
message,
with
when
me.
heard repeatedly, becomes the new groundwork of your thought. Not because you tried harder, but because you allowed better instruction. If you listen while working, walking, resting, your subconscious will receive.